So to tell a story about art, I have to talk about my dad. When I was a kid, my dad would take me from time to time on the public bus. We would go on the public bus, and he called them public bus adventures. And basically what that meant is that we'd jump on somewhere near our house, and he would allow me to pull the cord wherever I wanted to go. Now, of course, as I got older, I was better at being strategic and getting to a toy shop with my allowance. But when I was younger, I have memories of finding myself in these large, vast parking lots. My dad, to his credit, has a great sense of humor and is a curious person by nature. And I remember those parking lots coming alive in the way that we would walk across them and take time counting the number of lampposts and looking at the way that the cement blocks were arranged or perhaps askew in the way that, where the cars would be parked. I also remember looking down in the cracks and during the hot summer stepping onto the tar fillings and watching them squish. In a lot of ways, I attribute those trips and my conversations with my dad as part of how I've come to perceive the world around me and to question the things that I see, perhaps look at them from another angle. During the same time, my dad also was a counselor at Goodwill, and his job was to help train and, counsel disabled folks who were learning how to do their jobs. After school, my sister and I would jump on the city bus, and we would come down to meet our dad so that we could head home afterwards. And every now and then he'd get caught, and he'd have to stay a little bit later, which was like the ultimate fun, because all we had to do was walk around the store. Now we had to behave, but there was this area out back in the San Mateo Goodwill where they kept all of the medical stuff, right? So it was at that point I figured out that I could use a crutch like a javelin, that if I adjusted it just right, I could catapult myself up and across and over. And also it was where I watched people find meaning while picking up belongings that belonged to somebody else first. It seemed as though sentiment was alive in the Goodwill. So, looking at the types of materials I like to use for my work, which oftentimes are common and everyday, or are recycled, like the commemorative plate, I attribute that all coming from this, or the art of what I do, coming from this time with my dad. And though I haven't spoken to him in over 2 years, and I really look forward to rekindling our relationship at some point. With everything that I do these days and these great opportunities that have come my way, I keep him in mind at every turn. That's my story.